Alright, so we're back on the Mana Symbol channel, just going to get ripping right along here. So as I said in my tweet, as far as I'm concerned, Mordekaiser is the one who brought back to Modern. And we've been playing a bunch of his brought back Ephemerate Recruiter decks, which are super fun. And I would just play more of those, but there's a couple of decks here that I want to do my journalistic duty on and show them off. So the first one here is a Boros list. I've called it Kiki brought back Showdown. So Showdown in question is Showdown of the Skalds. So this is 2 red white for a saga. That's chapter 1 says exile the top 4 cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards. All right, interesting. Then chapter 2 and 3 say whenever you cast a spell this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. The most interesting thing about this is that when you hit chapter 3 on this, you can brought back it back and then just do it all over again and get really grotesque amounts of value. And we have Fury and Solitude in this deck, which can, in exile, you can still use the pitch costs, the evoke costs, to get these out. We have a 1 of Restoration Angel, 1 of Felidar Guardian to combo with our Kiki-Jiki. We've got Ranger-Captain of Eos, which fetches up only THraben Inspector, which is like a little weird that we have like 3 of these and 3 of these, but whatever. And we've got Ephemerate that's combos with a bunch of our creatures. Imperial Recruiter, by the way, can get Felidar Guardian and Kiki-Jiki. Can't get Restoration Angel, but that's probably okay. And we also have Cleansing Wildfire and Flagstones of Trokair. We have Cleansing Wildfire with Flagstones with brought back. We've got brought back with a number of fetch lands. There's 8. Not as high as a percentage of the lands as what Mordekaiser has been playing with brought back. But that's like not the only plan here. So this is a deck where I really don't know how... Oh, and we've also got a 1 of Dragonmaster Outcast. Yeah, let's not overlook this guy. So this is a single red cube all-star from Worldwake. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 6 or more lands, create a 5/5 red dragon creature token with flying. So you can get that with Ranger Captain, you can get that with Recruiter. And there's also a 1 of Skyclave Apparition. So like, this is our toolbox, such as it is. And most of it works well with either Ephemerate or Kiki-Jiki, so that'll be really interesting. And then we have some silver bullets in the sideboard. What's strange about them is, like, again, they're not all fetchable with Ranger Captain, of which we were playing 3, and there's only 2 Imperial Recruiters. So, like, Kor Firewalker, for example, we can only get that with Recruiter, which seems a little loose that there's only 1 of these. And there's, like, 2 Sanctifier en-Vecs, 1 Avalanche Riders. But I think I'm just going to need to see how the play patterns of this deck go before I make any real judgments on exactly how good or bad this might be. It looks really loose. The guys from Faithless Brewing did play test this deck, and actually the funny thing about it is they replaced the THraben Inspectors with Bragavans with the assumption that they would be better, and apparently they were not. With the fact that, one, pitching for Solitude is pretty important, especially with Ephemerate in your deck. So, like, Solitude, Ephemerate, Fury, Ephemerate, I mean, these are super powerful things we have. We have brought back and the free elementals with Ephemerate. So, like, brought back with the free elementals also works as a combo. So, like, if we run into most creature matchups, we're golden, kind of right from the get-go. Rhinos, realistically isn't going to be a problem unless they have a truly gross number of, force negations in exactly the right spot. So I can definitely see how there's a bunch of meta decks that we'll be able to beat up on pretty well. I think Living End and or Rhinos could be really interesting matchups for this deck. Ranger Captain's a good card against Cascade, for sure. So there just might be like a bunch of cards in this deck that are really good meta calls. I'm worried if we run into blue-white control, how that's going to go, but we'll see. We have some pretty grotesque value, so... Oh, I see Tron. Yeah. Well, we have 4 Cleansing Wildfires in our main deck, so you never know. We're a 22 land deck. I don't think this hand does anything. This is a little bit better. Just ship one of the lands. We're not doing anything until turn 3, though. I mean, this is bad, but like I feel like it's the right kind of bad for this deck. And we can set up to try to draw brought back on 2. So we'll play a fetch land on 1. If I draw brought back on 2, I can play the secondary fetch land. If I don't, I'm going to play Sacred Foundry. Well, I just saw your tweet, Mord. I went out for an early morning run, so I didn't have to do any exercising in the afternoon. I say early morning run. I meant when I get up. But I just went for a run right away when I got up, and then I came back and I was just like doing all sorts of stuff, and I saw your tweet and I was like, you know what I can do is I can like your stream would have gone right over my stream, but instead I can set you up with a good audience little raid. So that's the hope, and keep it on theme by playing brought back. All right, THraben Inspector off the top, so not bad. I think I'll get a basic planes for this. You have mixed feelings of me killing Dobby for the second time. I'm not Narcissa Malfoy. Narcissa? No, Bellatrix Lestrange. I'm not Bellatrix Lestrange, Phoenix. Come on now. Black-red Lurrus. Okay, this could be a really easy matchup. Pretty sure I'm just supposed to jam a Skyclave on this nerd. Do we have anything for double red in this deck? We got triple red, and we've got Furies. And then blues for the sideboard Lavinias, that's right. Just going to, what do I always call it? Cut the Gordian knot here. Just, I have a removal piece in hand. They have a creature I would like to remove, so let's remove it. I could sandbag it, but like there's just a lot of good threats in their deck, so it's really not. Do not want to see Kolaghan's Command for shock discard, just because I'm already a bit low on resources. Or I feel like I am. I'm not actually that far behind because we've got the Clue token in play and the body on THraben Inspector. We just haven't hit any Ephemerates or brought back yet to get any kind of value. Yeah, this is something. I mean, my hand is all 2-for-1, so they should take Ranger-Captain here. He's the most significant body by far. Oh, I didn't load up the deck. Thank you. Thank you for calling attention to that. I knew I forgot something, but I couldn't remember what it was. I'm surprised the Stream Decker bot's actually there, though. The fuck? Okay, well. Okay, so what so I can fetch one thing this turn. If I Recruiter, I could get one of these things, but I probably end up discarding it. So we probably just hold on to the Ranger-Captain and just get a THraben Inspector. Hope I draw land now. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, we're not getting Dragonmaster Outcast here. Just keep hammering them. Hammering. Okay, I got nothing left I can do. We're gonna get K-Commed, right? 10 out of 10. Shock discard. They shattered my clue. So instead of letting me spend 2 mana to draw a card, my opponent is happier to, okay, whatever. Unfortunately, their mana is set up well enough that this Cleansing Wildfire doesn't really have any teeth. Because they definitely play at least one basic swamp. Killing Shizo doesn't seem particularly useful. I mean, in theory it is, so that's probably what I should shoot. And just see if I hit the land drop this way. I feel like this is slightly better than just cracking a clue. With the downside, like, if I draw Flagstones of Trokair, I can't do it, like, proactively to get the whole thing out of it, but that's fine. Although I did just put the last card in the graveyard for the Kroxa, so maybe that was a really big mistake, actually. I don't know. We're about to find out. Kiki-Jiki is a terrible draw here, by the way. Oh. I do not understand them K-comming to shatter my clue. Maybe they think I'm on Indomitable Creativity? I guess. That would make the most sense to me. So we'll ditch Kiki here because, in theory, I could crack the clue, draw a red card, and an Ephemerate. Or, over the next couple draws, hit a brought back. Be able to kill the Kroxa. Be a pretty big deal. We're just going to group block this. THraben Inspector creates... Listen, I'm just trying to give a reason why they did the play that made no sense to me, Kat. I'm not saying that it made sense. I'm saying I'm trying to figure out why they did what they did. Like, creativity decks are popular right now, and... and the clue is harder to interact with. Well, this is kind of annoying. Okay. Yikes. Yeah, we just have to discard the Ephemerate here and just kind of pray. Crocs is such a beating for these matchups. It doesn't help that we haven't hit any Showdown of the Skalds. Like, we mulliganed to 6, and then they just had a pretty brutal opening. It hasn't even been that good, actually. Like, they could have had a much more devastating hand than this. Please play another small creature. Oh, for the love of... Alright, fine. You son of a bitch. What will we pitch? Fury. What? No, I was going to cast the Fury. I had all the mana I needed. It just didn't matter because we got, like, housed out of that game. It's only as per red. Yeah, it's probably not good enough here. We just got ground into pace that game. Like, I really didn't. We didn't draw any of our value generating things early. Like, literally none. That was just not... It's hard for them to answer. Is it? I don't know that it is. Maybe it's worth it. I feel like as soon as I play this card, it's just going to die and not have generated any value, but maybe I'm wrong. We don't need Magus. Just because Magus is definitely easy for them to remove. Yeah, I guess they're probably mostly on Bolts, Heats, and what is it? K-Coms. Maybe Terminates. But that's, again, doesn't remove the Kor Firewalker. I don't think this is a Chalice matchup because we want... Yeah, I don't think they're on push. Nobody plays push right now. It's one of the reasons why Tarmogoyf is kind of okay. I have no idea what we can, like, actually cut here. Valakut Awakening doesn't seem particularly good here. I know this is like quote-unquote a land, but just seems out of place in the deck in general. I can probably cut one of the two, Felidar Guardian or Resto. I think Resto is a lot worse because it's not tutorable by Recruiter. I could probably cut one, either Cleansing Wildfire or Ranger-Captain's not particularly good here. Oh, we are a 61 card deck, my bad. I forgot. No, we're on 61 cards, that's why. I thought I was done, and then I looked at the number and it was wrong, but this is a 61 card deck. I mean, I guess. Yeah, Jiggy special. We have tons of interaction, though. That's the big difference. So we're going to Cleansing Wildfire this snow-covered swamp, because they may not have another one. Unless I draw Flagstones. But I also just want to cycle this to try to hit third land. I still want to do it. If we can screw up their mana, I'm in for that. They did have a second one. That may be the last one, though. Probably is. I can't imagine their mana base has room for 3. The bloodiest of crypts. Bob? Don't love Bob. Jeez. There's just never a turn where we're not immediately getting Thoughtseized into the dirt. It's the same. They'll always be on as soon as someone asks for a Cube BC. I usually open it proactively before the stream, and then just leave it open until people start filling it out, and then. But a lot of time they don't. No, they're pretty much always on. The fact we can't Ranger for a red card for Fury after taking out the Dragonmaster kind of sucks. I guess, but like, the Dragonmaster is such a speculative thing for the Ranger-Captain anyway that I'm like, that's not even an interaction I would have ever thought of doing. And like, yeah, it's definitely technically possible. It's not even a bad play at all, but it's just like not what either of those cards are meant to be doing. What do I think of the new Gen Saga decks? I think they're pretty good. I mean, I certainly like them a lot. I don't know how good they are, but I like them a lot. THraben Inspector's here to brick wall your Dark Confidant opponent. Unfortunately, brought back brings it back tapped. Felidar THraben. Yeah, that was probably better. I forgot that Felidar can flicker a land. But they just drew a Terminate, so I don't know that I wanted to expose it. Like, they might terminate my THraben Inspector here just to keep pushing. And this is totally fine for us, because we're just going to fetch and brought back. Just to go up on value. Please, Inquisition of Kozilek me. Please, Inquisition of Kozilek me. I need you to do it. I need it so bad. I want it. Give it to me, baby. Come on, Davi. Don't do me dirty. I want it. I want it so bad. Shizo? Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna get bolted here. Dobby.exe has stopped responding. Yes, it is definitely true. I really wish Brought Back didn't bring the things back tapped, but obviously it does. Oh, he finally drew Showdown. I mean, I have to play this here, right? Get a Plains. No lands. What a tilt. No lands, not one pitch elemental. Brutal. We did get a Brought Back. And multiple Ephemerates. So... okay. You know this deck needs, Mord? Seal of Fire. This deck really could use 4x Seal of Fire. Like, I'm not even close to joking. Oh, and I boarded out the resto, so once this thing eats it, we're done on combo. We just can't do it. That's really bad. It's not really bad, but it's bad. They draw Engineered Explosives. Well... they're unlikely to use it, so that's good. I know. Well, it's like against all the creatures, and then you can just sideboard out against the control matchups. It's staying in exile for this turn, Kaya, but it doesn't have to next turn. On the third turn of Showdown, it could come out and play. Maybe we don't have to keep it separated. But if we don't win this matchup and it hasn't felt close, I don't have high hopes for this deck because I really, really feel like this was something that was supposed to be pretty free. And like obviously our opponent had some really, really timely discard, but that's not unusual for that deck. Yeah. 0, huh? Pyrite Spellbomb. I mean, this means they're not getting Kroxa back this turn, so okay. Goes to combat. Doesn't attack. Yeah. Wild. Oh yeah. All right. Maybe there's hope. Yeah. Opponent, I think you kind of fucked up. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't have to do much to Infinite. They didn't try to... What? What? Okay, whatever. Sure. Oh, I could have played the Felidar first. But then I'd be tapped out, so I really don't want to do that. Oh, it's until the end of your next turn. It's not as long as this is in play. So I have to play them this turn. Shoot. Thanks. Good catch. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. So I'm going to dump 2 counters onto my Sanctifier with Ephemerate. So this is a free attack. But that means I won't be able to brought back the... Okay, that doesn't work as cleanly as I thought it did. Wait, what? 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 Did I just target that really quickly without paying attention? Oops. Oh my god, it has pro red. Oh, that's garbage. Man, that's really annoying. That's so stupid. So we weren't really able to punish our opponent much at all here. Yeah. God, that is really annoying. I mean, Ephemerating again gives me an Ephemerate on the next upkeep, but that's not useful, or probably not useful, so I'll just keep the mana to crack a clue. Man, that's really frustrating. This is nowhere near as good as I thought it was going to be. It's still okay. Yeah, yeah. Oh, crack for a land drop now? Yeah, I guess so. Do they know the last card in my hand? Probably. Yeah, they do. Oh, right. I forgot about that. Doing that. That's fine. Sorry, I just got so distracted by nothing working well. That was really, really frustrating. Where's the discard spell? Come on. This looks like E. Oh my god, what? Good god. Okay. This can't be last card Thoughtseize. I mean, obviously it can be. Nope, just tap land. Interesting. Yeah, they could easily die to their own Bob. I mean, not that easily. Okay. Yep. That's fine. It's tapped. Oh no. This time we got the banger. We could Felidar the Showdown right now? Is there any world in which that's correct? I go to 5. If they have removal for the Guardian plus a bolt, they could kill me. The other option is just like Solitude, which is like going the other direction. Yeah, I think we just go high risk, high reward here. Wild use. Boing. Alright. And there's a Remorseful Cleric in there to wipe out their graveyard. I guess Croxa from hand could just easily kill me. Inquisition is their revealed card for this turn. Alright, it's all you, opponent. I got nothing. We going to game 3, or am I going to match 2? Show me what you got. I want to see what you got. Should be next Wednesday, Comrade Spicy. I could do one over the weekend to like make up for the one I missed this week. I don't know if I'm going to do that. But stay tuned on my Twitter, or you could join the Serum Visions podcast Discord here. I always message about it in the live stream there. I always message about what I'm streaming, how I'm streaming, etc. when I go live. Yeah, no problem, comrade. It's nice to know that people are a big fan of it. And I actually got a PM about Randy at one point already by someone who really, really liked it. So I appreciate there's a reasonable number of people, some of whom I really appreciate as human beings, as etc. who, oh, it was you, okay, who really like him and the whole deal. And that's great. But it is just this week I really didn't have it in me. To be honest, I went into Toronto, which is where I grew up, on Monday to visit a friend of mine who's pretty sick, and it just took a lot out of me this week. In addition to doing the episode of This Week is Modern. So it was yeah, it was a lot this week. Oh man, I could have plussed this a bunch of times. I was just talking instead. That's okay. So we'll go Remorseful Cleric. Man, I really could have like actually killed them this turn. It's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. Go ahead and Cleansing Wildfire. Oh, these cards go away at the end of this turn. I keep forgetting. That's not... This doesn't work how I want it to work. So the Firewalker just is going to get eaten by the EE on 2. So I feel like playing Solitude or Fury here is just better. But I could be wrong. I guess that gains me 1 life, though. And then I get to hold up Ephemerate, which is pretty okay. Yeah, it's probably fine. And then next turn we can Ephemerate the Guardian and reset this Showdown again, if we want, which is kind of nuts. I'll just keep plussing the Guardian. I know this doesn't actually work out if I have to flicker the Guardian, but we'll see how all that goes. That's a ridiculous draw. No, so the way Showdown works is... Oh, I should have exiled their graveyard there. Sorry. I just got distracted in the one moment. The way that Showdown works is that first trigger is linked to the cards that it put into exile. So that trigger's set of 4 cards will expire at the end of your next turn. There's no shenanigans with that. So Showdown puts 4 cards into exile. Those 4 cards are going to go away at the end of your next turn. There's no playing around that. You can't mess around with that. Inquisition. This just resolves, I think. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. Yeah, it could have been EOT Flicker, but I'm just not. But this is a lethal threat, and I don't know that they have another piece of removal for it right now. The Terminate that they flipped earlier, we know that's gone. So, okay, now I'm going to do it. They forced my hand. If they have the removal for the Guardian, anyway, we're going to lose it all. And we have, like, infinite resources, so... This also goes up to Chapter 2, though, at the beginning of my turn. Which means... Or at the beginning of my main phase. Which means we could make this lethal again. Quite easily. And we will. Question is, do I want to go again with this? Yeah, probably. Because we could just, like, totally overwhelm them on value. Like, as if we weren't already doing that. But this means I could get, like, Furies and Solitudes. I need to threaten lethal? Do I? I don't think that I did. Yeah, like, there were just so many ways for me to... So I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So Fury plus Ephemerate deals with that. I have 9 mana, so Fury plus Ephemerate plus Imperial Recruiter is probably the best set of things I can do. And the Ephemerate will reset my Guardian again next turn. I'm sure there's a better way I could do this, but I'm not going to worry about it. Time is a concern here. We want to get rid of the Dothy first. Yeah, I could have done that. I'm honestly just not anywhere near as worried about maximizing this turn as I am about just getting what will be like a more than reasonable amount out of it. So actually Ranger-Captain is probably the best here. I don't even know if there's another THraben Inspector in the deck. There's only 16 card left. I don't think there is, but this is a much better card than than Recruiter. Okay. Go ahead, opponent. And we have another Ephemerate coming off on the next upkeep, so good luck, OP. Oh, these ones are staying around, right? Oh, because there was another trigger, so I should have tracked that tighter. It's fine. We could just Ephemerate the... Oh, this can't block. That won't block for enough. Are you just not conceding, opponent? Is this... Do you not see? Do you see? Did I... Huh. I thought I cast an Ephemerate. Whatever, this is lethal anyway, right? Like, they only have one blocker? What are you doing? The Ephemerate was the one from end step. Ah, yeah. Yeah, sorry, this deck is melting my brain a little. What was that? Come on now. Don't be like that. Okay. Turns out the black-red deck died to an enchantment. Go figure. That's what happened. Yes, that is what happened. I forgot that the text on rebound is if you cast it from your hand. Thank you, Nick Spears. Yeah, this deck plays into a lot of the weird like zone things that happen with these cards. I'm also really glad we're keeping Felidar Guardian because Felidar Guardian was absolute hot fire that game. I'm going to keep this hand and hope that we get the second fetch and or don't get discarded into the dirt. And like, again, against these piles with like a million discard spells and attrition tools, it's like you just if you draw a keepable hand in your mid-range deck, then just keep it. They took Skyclave over brought back. Interesting. I'm assuming they have a second discard spell. Maybe I should have just played the plains here. No, we can still draw the second fetch land. Yep. And we did. This means I can evoke Solitude, wipe this out, and bring it back plus the land, which I think is worth doing. But that means I'm missing out on a Solitude trigger, which is definitely not optimal. So the question is, do I let them draw one card off of Dark Confidant and then see if they play a second threat? Because if they play a second discard spell, it doesn't work out for me. So in this case, we can play the Arid Mesa. And if I'm willing to give them the card, then we could just pass the turn here. I think I should be willing to give them the card, but I'm not sure. You like ramp into 4? This gives us the option of both, right? If they play a second creature, we get to really crush them. If they don't play like anything of any particular relevance, then we just double ramp. And then we start hard casting elementals, which is gross. It had to be Thoughtseize. Alright, we're going to double ramp. And there is a mountain in this deck, so I can go Sacred Foundry, Plains, and then get the mountain on the go back. Alright, it's all you, opponent. I've set up my lands. Haste Monkey. Rats. They had the perfect way to force my hand so that I couldn't get the double there, which is annoying. We're just going to Solitude this. How's my day? Pretty good. Pretty damn good. Went for a good run in the hot heat. Oh, that was the Marsh Flats. Wait, are there no more planes in the deck? Shit. This is gonna suck. It's a good thing I fetched before I played the land out of my hand. I thought there were like 6 planes in this deck, but I am streaming early. Thanks for noticing. They have a Kolaghan's Command in the hand, so there's a good chance this just dies, but we just need to clear the Dark Confidant, and then next turn play the Kor Firewalker, and then hopefully we top deck Showdown or something of some kind of value at some point soon. Okay, they just heat so that they can swing through with Monkey. Yep. No discard, please. They took a land off the top. That's nice. No more discard, please. Probably put Lurrus in their hand. They have the kick on, but yeah. Yikes. That is not anything I wanted to see. I've got huge tracts of land. Wait, did they just play the Bauble? God damn it. I thought I checked their graveyard and they didn't have anything for the Lurrus to fetch back. Brought back. No. But close. You can only do 2. You can't do 3. It doesn't make sense. Where's your free flying snack? Well, if we were playing 80 cards, we could do that. But then when I top deck this Showdown of the Skalds... I tried. Broadback Mountain's that famous movie, right? Oh, yeah. I was about to say, like, there's a bunch of things I can draw here that are, like, no good at all. This Lurrus isn't, like, getting through here, but yeah. I don't think that cracking that clue at sorcery speed was wishful thinking at all, but this is more than a touch unfortunate. And Kor Firewalker is much worse here than Sanctifier en-Vec. So, might be in trouble on this one. We're close. It's so close. Yeah, I really wish that was added by Roy. He would have set it up with some nice punctuation. See, there you go. Does this mean they have another K-Com in hand? Or they just don't care about their Lurrus? I mean, I don't think I can not block here. Let's just chump with THraben Inspector. Here's where I fetch to 6 and get bolted out. Okay. What if more land? If I exile Lurrus now, they get less draws. My bad. But then if they have removal for Solitude, they can get the Voidwalker onto it. So, and then they can exile my Firewalker. So, kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. Cast on upkeep to make them use mana. Yeah, that was the correct play. Thanks, Fibblethip. Sorry, I mean... Oh, they just got it tapped. Are they planning on playing anything? Okay, so... We got away with murder. Good. Cat murder. Best kind. Okay, Bolt doesn't kill me because of the Kor Firewalker. But I would love to see them try. That's very bad. Okay, we need the top deck. Yeah, Kroxa would have killed us, but I didn't mention that because I didn't want to die. Yes, I understand. I did mention it last game where they were one land off of it, but I don't want to speak it into... Wow. This is why I'm not playing 80 cards more? This right here? This is why we're not playing 80 cards. So that could happen. And I could feel like I deserve it. Okay. Interesting choice. Do they have another burn spell? What is happening? Or did they just not realize Firewalker was going to do... You... What? 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 They went for like the full, pure, absolute maximum gamesmanship there, where they didn't play into me having a red card in hand, a red instant in this deck. Opponent says GG, so close. I really don't have the patience to engage with that right now. I'm really tilted. That was such a ridiculously good draw, and they already had lethal in hand and they just hadn't played it. That's really, really frustrating. I'll be back in a half second. All right. All right. Well, that was annoying. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Beef. New series has been really fun to do. A lot of work on the Tuesdays. Well, Cave Dan wrote a very nice review of what it is, and so are we in love? It's brought back now. No, but these two decks seem neat. God damn it! Sorry about that That was probably really loud. Oh, I know what happened. Yeah, I had to move everything for the recording the other day. My cable management is all messed up. I was like, why is my mouse being all sticky? I know what it is. You don't want to cheat on Ren 6. I mean, Ren 6 is nowhere, like, is nothing compared to brought back. Like, in terms of brought back is nothing compared to Ren 6. Hand sucks, huh? Yeah. Sand also sucks? What? Yeah, that's what I was just thinking about carrying. The problem is this deck also has the Cleansing Wildfire Flagstones package in it, and like that's a lot. Alright, we're going to be very, very hopeful here. We're going to be so hopeful I'm going to play Marsh Flats and pass the turn. Because I don't know what I'm up against. But if my THraben Inspector... doesn't seem like a good thing to have combined. What? Sorry? I don't understand at all. Sorry? Do you mean just because the play patterns don't work together? Yeah, that's been my feeling so far. The Cleansing Wildfire Flagstones thing has not been useful in any way on... And they seem to be getting each other's way more than being helpful. I don't think Cleansing Wild... Hey, Max Gemini. Gemini? Oh, sorry, I'm not going to be able to do that right now while I'm trying to... Yeah, thank you. Alright, we're just going to be dead here against Tron. But they don't know what we're on, so that's okay. So... Avalanche Riders and Lavinia. And... that's it. That's how I want to rip apart, but I don't really. Gemini? Gemini. Looks like Gemini Annie, but... Rip can clean up a Karn that's... Yeah, well, let's see what we can cut. I think his Skyclave is way too slow to... Well, I can kill a bridge, though. Oh, yeah, no problem. Oh dear, how sad. It just sort of coincidence. Okay, I can call you Max. I can't call you Max until you call me to call you. Until you tell me to call you Max. No, Kiki theoretically combos with Felidar Guardian or Restoration Angel in the main deck. So the fact that Felidar Guardian combos with Showdown is so good that it feels to me like we shouldn't be playing Resto. We should probably just be playing 2 Felidar Guardians, because this can't flicker the Showdown. And there's only one matchup I can think of where it's distinctly better, which is Living End if they have a Waker of Waves in play. I mean, this is probably about as good of a hand as we can get, right? Because we go THraben Inspector, Lavinia, Imperial Recruiter for Magus. So. Yeah, because these decks are mostly on Force of Vigor. Oh, Force of Vigor is now blocked. That's funny, actually. I mean, it's better than blocked. Sorry. Their large spells are blocked. Force of Vigor will just be countered if they play it. That's actually a really good draw. Because it means I can get Avalanche Riders as a follow-up to the Magus. Actually, in theory, I could have just gotten Avalanche Riders there, right? Oh well. Sure, there's a world in which this was better. Oh, I get to go Magus with Ephemerate backup, though. O-Stone would be bad. Wormcoil also bad. Beatable, but horrible. We have the Recruiter in play, though. Ephemerate gets me Guardian and Kiki-Jiki over the next 2 turns. And then we just infinite kill them out. So, unless they draw into a pretty specific setup of things, we're good. I don't think that does it. Yeah, I should have gotten Avalanche Riders. But depending on what they get here, we could end up being okay. They're tanking on it, so it might not be the immediate worst thing. Oblivion Stone? That's fine. So I do have to kill the Karn. They can get bridge next turn, but there's basically no way they can empty their hand. So I think we just stay the course here. So if they have removal for either Kiki or Guardian, I get got. So what I can do here is Kiki, copy Recruiter, clone the Recruiter, and attack the Karn for 1. I think it's probably fine. Yeah. They probably have a needle in the side to get with Karn. Yep, I bet they do. I'm going to get Karned out of this game. But either way. I bet they do. But we'll make them lose the Karn for it. Or Sorcerer's Spyglass if they are in that kind of direction. I don't know. I don't know. It's possible. Most likely. We'll find out real soon. Jeez. But if we lose this one, it's on me. I mean, I definitely punted it. No, Skyclave would be great, but I can't cast a Skyclave. Felidar, the Recruiter for Skyclave. Okay, again, we can do that, but I can't cast a Skyclave. This is the reason I didn't grab it at any time recently. That is really loud, isn't it? Yeah. Is something that... Oh, they just Karned my token? Hey, how's it going, Halsey? So they have to have Dismember. See, Halsey. I mean, double Avalanche is really tempting. But that means I can only harass the Karn by sacking a Recruiter. Yeah, I know it stops the stone, or at least for now. It's probably fine. Sack the map. Okay. They get a forest? Sure. Felidar Guardian is the worst version of Flicker Wisp. I mean, it's a completely different card, right? So... can probably lose the Lavinia. Sure, yeah. Getting this Karn guaranteed dead is a big deal. And that also means that they're not killing my Recruiter, which makes me pretty happy. Yeah, good call, good call. Yeah, Flicker Wisp is just a totally different card. Like, Flicker Wisp gets your opponent's stuff, and that's a big deal when it's a big deal. But Cat is an infinite kill combo with Kiki-Jiki, which that is something the Flicker Wisp can never be. So... Well, actually, I would need to hear the end of this. I need to hear the actually. Please supply me with your insights. I have some thoughts. Oh, you said never, and that seems to trigger some MTG players. Yeah, I don't think it's possible. But at least I didn't say that Felidar Guardian was a strictly better Flicker Wisp. That's the real phrase that gets people. Lightning Bolt is a strictly better shock. Actually, not if you're trying to play standard. Yeah, it is. It's a kind of funny little game we found ourselves in. Who came up with that? People who like absolutes. So a Sith. I finally find Dismember. Nope. Deck with Kiki-Jiki? Why didn't I tell you that? I told the whole world that. There's nobody who doesn't know Devious. Nobody. Also, how you doing? I hope you're doing really well. Have you played any of your BTL Kiki Resto deck recently? I would love to know if there was a good version of that. You're not part of the whole world. Got a PM. Oh, really? I would love you to send me your updated deck list on the... What? Whoa. Oh, okay, never mind. The 2 mana. What is happening? I'm worried. What are they doing? They floated 2 mana to do nothing? You're funny, opponent. You know, if they were attacking me with Wormcoil every turn, yeah. I think we would have been dead a while ago. No, just Dismember. I'm only worried about Dismember, Stimpy. Yeah, now we're just gonna kill him. Probably should have done that last turn, especially if they play another Karen. Moon seems disposable. I'd rather go to 8, and I'm mostly willing to go to 2. So here we get to Stone Rain them before we go for the combo too. Two sounds scary with Ballista, I agree. Yeah, I'll take them off green. It invalidates a bunch of spells in their deck. Are you dead? Got him. Cool. Now for the hard game. Come on, let's see a good hand. Cleansing Wildfire into the goodness. This was just in the 5-0s, Davius. If you hit !deck on stream, and I've actually updated it properly, which usually the first person to hit !deck will make me do that, you can always get the deck list that I'm playing. So this was from the 5-0 deck dumps, and they did a playthrough of it for Faithless Brewing, which they did a playthrough of it for Faithless Brewing, but they switched the THraben Inspectors for Ragavans, and they were very disappointed apparently, which is good to know. This Fury is not particularly good here. Ristar might be better. And then, like... Fury is okay at sniping Karn, though. Little Karn. So I've Gilded Goose for Ragavans, but only drawn them once, and he had no red. Yeah, and your deck... Yeah, your deck is like Mord's deck, where Ragavan will look really good when you draw it and your opponent doesn't have removal. It'll also look good if they are forced to use removal and then you have like another very useful creature, but overall it's probably not where you want to be. But it's worth trying. I mean, this hand is probably as good as it gets here. Is that true? It's very similar to Bot. Well, it needs to connect. That's a big difference. So against decks like Hammer Time, it's much worse than Birds of Paradise. And Hammer Time is a big part of the meta. It's not a big part of the meta, but it's a very good deck in the meta, so you kind of have to adjust for it. Is this good enough? Like, I can Ranger-Captain their turn 3. This is good enough if they have to mull pretty far. I think on the draw, we're just really, really in trouble here. Yeah, like, I think this has just got to be good enough. On the draw, there's just not much. Thanks to follow their Grimn. Mulligans to 4? Perfect. Perfect. They're going to have a hand that, like, just puts together Tron, and Cleansing Wildfire should get us to turn 4. I'm going to be very hopeful without them having Tron. And you should, if you have the ability to, Davius, stick around through my stream and into Mord's stream, because he's been playing 4-color, 80-card, brought back Ephemerate, Imperial Recruiter, and I think that is right up your alley, and he is very good with it. He top 32'd the Sunday Challenge with a pretty slick list, and then, double Cleansing Wildfire. All right. We came here to play. Yeah. I have it on my YouTube at least once, and then I was playing it the last little while. I've been playing it more times. I found it much more difficult than your decks. They're going to have turn 3 Tron out of this hand? I bet they are. Good for them. Yes, they are. Good thing we have double Cleansing Wildfire. Need a rider? Yep. Yes, we do. Hopefully we'll draw one. So they should fetch the power plant, play the power plant, if they're experienced. They do. Okay. But this means for me... No, they had a mine in hand, though, right? Maybe they should have played the mine there, because yeah, this is better for us, I think. That's great. So if they have Karn this turn, we get to go Fury Ephemerate on it. I don't want to have to pitch my Showdown on the Skalds, but I'll probably have to. So they have triple green, so they play Ayula's Influence. Nope. Good thing, too. I don't know if I could beat an Ayula's Influence on this board. Can Captain fetch a red card? He cannot. I boarded out the one Dragonmaster Outcast, which, in retrospect, Wendy's is the best fast food that exists, Kaya, so that's my opinion. I could Ranger-Captain to blank their next turn. Or I can Showdown. Ranger-Captain plus THraben Inspector. Yeah, there used to be one at, like, Bloor and Young in downtown. Carrion Lich. That sucks. I'm pretty sure we just go Ranger-Captain into THraben Inspector here. I don't think I'm going to sack this just to blank their turn, but I probably should. No, I definitely should, right? I definitely should. At minimum, just to Wellington past 401. It used to be there. I don't know if it's there anymore, though. I don't remember. I don't think so. It used to be, like, right at the intersection of Bloor and Young. Like, or close to it. Like, you could see it from that intersection. Okay, no Thragtusk. Oh, Sonic in the States is pretty good. Of course, the States would have the market cornered. Oh, sorry. Yeah, my bad. We didn't get anything we can play this turn? Wow, the Arid Mesa. Lavinia on next turn. Lavinia plus another Showdown next turn. Pretty good. Alright. I think it'll be a miracle if we don't get God here. Coke freestyle machines are pretty boss. Funny that you mentioned that, Alex. Oh, man. Okay. Well, we better draw an answer. Because they're going to have a big boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we Lavinia, it's possible we blank a Karn. Yeah, that's a pretty lucky day there, Dave. But that's... Sometimes We hit a brought back. Okay. So that resolves. Lavinia also definitely blocks an Ugin. Yeah, Karn Liberated's not too bad for us. That is true. And they didn't have Little Karn, right? Or it's unlikely. So I guess we're just playing the second Showdown plus Lavinia. Ulamog is beatable, yeah. Yeah, we have more Solitudes to draw too. Okay. I guess I could play the Showdown first. THraben Inspector gonna get swole. Hold on a sec, it's too late. Seconds have not been held. I mean, if you figure out something we could have, should have done here, then that'll be fine, but... So they have 7. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 mana. So they couldn't double Karn. Ballista would be pretty brutal. Wormcoil's fine. There he is. I really wonder what they're going to do with this. Exile Lavinia? Yeah, okay. So we can go fetch brought back. I wish I had a red card to pitch. I really, really wish I had a red card to pitch. How many times can I Fury this turn? So I can hard cast it, then Ephemerate. So that's 12 damage. So that wipes out the Wormcoil, puts the Karn to 1. Then we kill the Wormcoil token with Death Touch and finish off the Karn. But that line loses me the Kiki. I think I want to do that. But I also want to play this brought back. Play the brought back first, see if we find Solitude or Fury. Might as well fetch and reset a fetch. Just go for this. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have a giant THraben Inspector. We did find a Solitude. Okay, that's insane. Can we kill them if we can't find enough pitch idiots? I mean, maybe. I think if we had a Fury in play, we could. Because I'm Solituding this Wormcoil out of the way, I don't think so. We have a Cleansing Wildfire to break up their Tron here, so I'm not going to worry about it unduly. Yeah, we'll do this. Keep the Solitude. We're one short? Yeah, we might have been. Yeah. That was the major stumbling block where I wasn't really going to try to consider trying to kill them because I just didn't. I don't think with the. I want to see if I can hit a red card here for the Fury. There might be Chase. Because that's going to be really good for next turn. So do I want to play another Ephemerate or do I want to hold up Brought Back through their turn? We can just evoke Fury and 11 them though, right? Oh, yeah. Now I can't do that. Yeah, because I got the Brought Back for value for next turn. Yeah, I like this. You said 11? It's going to be more than 11. It's going to be 15? Yeah, I see exactly what you're going for. So... it's going to be more than 11. It's going to be 15. And I could make it 17, which is hilarious. Although, let's put some of the counters onto... oh, this is the Fury hasn't left yet. That was a mistake. Okay, my bad. Yeah, it's okay. It's not a big deal. I don't think the extra 1 point of damage that I just goofed there is going to be significant issue. This is a pretty cool turn. THraben Inspector cracking in for 14. I think it started this turn as a 1-2. What's their out now? They can't O-Stone. They can't Ugin. Unless they find Tron. Like, assuming that they don't find Tron. I don't know that they have one. Karn is definitely not an out. Wormcoil is close, but I have multiple Ephemerates coming off. This is definitely not good enough. Thragtusk? Captain Swag? They tap down and then scoop the match. It's Tron, they always have it. No, they were down 3 power plants. It was exceptionally unlikely. THraben Inspector going to town. We're just trying to... oh, sorry. Zetsuba asked. Opinions on white-black plus X Reanimator. Trying to put together a list for locals tomorrow on your Bitstock. I think the black-white Pox version that Aspiring Spike 5-0'd with was looking pretty clean. I think if you don't want to play one like that, the the Indomitable Creativity version that Spider Space was messing around with is pretty slick. So those are the 2 ones that I like the best, because the Indomitable Creativity deck is able to dodge Graveyard Hate really, really well. The Pox version has a lot of redundant game plans, and then if your graveyard does get hated out, you have like a good Planeswalker mid-range plan with like Liliana the Veil and stuff like that. So I think those are the best 2 builds that I know of at the moment. And then Doomwake was playing the Asthma Reanimator. Yeah, it's... That one screams to me of like two slightly fragile packages that I don't necessarily think will go well together. So... Your strong opponent being slow. Sorry, bud. Cookbook Archon persists on the play is just nuts. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. But then sometimes if you have that, yeah, that's not good enough against Luris, of course. Wow, man, this deck has been really bad on the mulligans, and it shouldn't be. It's built fine. Okay, Davius is the man when it comes to Kiki or creature combo deck builds. Davius and Mordekaiser. No, don't you dare discard me. Good. Thank God we get to play Rampant Growth with a cantrip. Cantrip Rampant Growth is pretty okay. Sure. What are you going to do, opponent? Attack through my 1/2? Never. There's just no way anyone would be able to flip a Dragon's Rage Channeler on turn 2, right? That'd be like flipping Delver on the play. It just doesn't make any sense. Thoughtseize. Shit. Goodbye, Solitude. This is kind of okay, though, because we're just, we've got showdowns to draw into, so. They milled over a Turok. Alright, they actually haven't flipped it yet. Although all they need is a fetch land. Yep, of course. We keep having to mull to 5 against the rock decks. It's rough. Sure. I mean, Ephemerate on THraben Inspector wasn't exciting anyway, so I didn't want that. It's fine. Take it. I don't care. You'd take Ephemerate there, it's 2 cards. I mean, very, very slowly. But yeah, technically. If they Thoughtseize me this turn, I'm gonna be so mad. They still have monkeys. How mad will I be? So mad. So mad. Oh, the damage. If we lose this matchup again, it's going to be really, really tough. But again, I had to mull 5, so not going to be that mad about it. Just a little bit. Maybe I should have played the planes first, because there's not much I could hit off the Showdown that's going to do much. Molding, even? I don't. I don't know what that is. Molting? Melting? I don't, yep, nope, I got nothing. Bolt me. Molding. Molding is salting off. Good God. Sometimes there's just way too many terms for the same exact thing. No, we're dead. They've got, yeah, they got Caraxa. Mad and balding? Well, I mean, I guess every time I'm mad, I'm molding, but getting so mad you go bald from stress. There we go. That's what that means. Got it. Okay, that's funny. It's a good song, QVC. Said no one understands you, but I do. I have not seen the Spider-Man trailer yet, but I know that people were really upset about it existing. And then for some reason it was weird because the Twitter news blipper thing was like fans outraged about like leak of Spider-Man trailer, and then on the bottom of it was like Spider-Man trailer released by Marvel to great excitement or something like that, and I was like so I assume what happened is it got leaked, and then they were like let's release it today. And all right, I think that's probably what happened. I just don't know why people would be upset that it got leaked. Usually people are excited about leaks. Does not make a particularly large amount of sense to me. But what do I know about Nerd Rage? Jeez, what is with this? We have to mulligan every single game. This hand is garbage. This hand is garbage. This is exactly what this deck is built to draw. Yeah, but no, it's just, the biggest problem has just been the lands, Carrion Lich. Like, we just have had so many hands without lands, because we're playing, I guess, 22. Alright, Shauna, I'm going to stop you right there, because I didn't know Dr. Octopus was in the trailer, so I would appreciate if people won't talk about it at all. Because, like, I don't know, I just would have been excited to see him. And I'm still kind of am, but not as much as maybe I would be if the trailer was the first time. Although I guess the problem with trailers a lot of the time is they just give you too much information about the movie anyway. But anyway. All right, let's brought back. Oh. That's exactly what I wanted, but I wasn't actually expecting it to happen. But this is a hand where we just go double ramp, because then we just start hard casting these. Give me $1 to watch it between matches? Sure. I can't watch it on screen, though, because then we'll get sniped. No, because they scan by audio. They probably don't actually scan the video of Twitch chats. Okay. I will send the link out for anyone who wants to Yeah, DMCA issues. They won't be getting the audio, but I don't think they actually scan the video. So I think I'll be okay to do that. I could probably put the video on screen, but I won't for anyone who would prefer not to see it. Yeah, well, I'll watch it between matches. It'll be nice because then I don't have to worry about any spoiler nonsense. So we're going to lose our Fury here, but that'll be fine. All right, opponent. They took the Solitude. Okay. I will say, Camberleaf, it does seem like a lot of the, I don't know, preventative measures towards violations of the DMCA is, like, pretty half-assed. Kroxa? EE on 2? Is that for Rest in Peace? You got it. You got it, champ. Yoink. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, en-Vec, yeah. What do you need to do to get me to play a more traditional turns list? Send me cash money. I have one donation deck for Friday night, so if you want to send me a second one, that's fine. Okay. I really want to just go for the value play this turn, so I'm going to. I fully and freely admit this could go badly for me. So we can draw the card at the end of their turn, so we don't have to worry about getting a Showdown discarded or anything like that. We've got a lot of resources if we do find a Showdown. That's grabbing Lurrus? Sick. Opponent is really not doing much. Don't they still know I have a Fury in my hand? Also, they have nothing to get with Lurrus right now. Whatever. I'm just going to keep increasing my resource advantage here. They have nothing to get back with the Lurrus, and I have Fury in my hand. So, like, putting the Lurrus in their hand last turn was, like, draw a completely useless... I know I could have done that, Shauna, but I would rather Felidar the Ranger this turn. Yeah, I think Ballista could be okay in the deck, although... Oh my god, that's so brutal. Am I supposed to draw a random card right now? Yeah, because that means it's less likely I discard the Fury. Alright. Fuck. So I can get Skyclave here, which can't deal with Turok. En-Vec is no good. Remorseful Cleric's probably okay. I think we just play the Recruiter, see what there is. Now I get 2 creatures. Well, again, I think we hold the Felidar with the land, because if they have K-Com or Kroxa, I don't want to lose it. And I also don't want to lose what I tutor for. I think I get Remorseful Cleric here. Just guaranteeing that I wipe their graveyard is good. And the next turn I can Felidar the Recruiter for something. Yeah. Turok being a right pain. Magus? Nah. Not against the Lightning Bolt Unholy Heat deck. Not a chance. I'm not about that life. They also still have a black mana, so like just like literally any removal they could have in their deck would kill that. K-Com, anything. And they have 5 cards in hand, so it's like they haven't been playing any threats. Not about that. DRC, sure. Toppy. Okay. Inquisition. Love to see it. You love to see it. No attack. Nice. Love it. Opponent has gone cowardice. That's a pretty good draw. So one of the cards in their hand is Lurrus. They have 1 unknown. And we have Ranger-Captain. So we have Ranger-Captain plus Brought Back plus Kiki-Jiki. So the question is, do I upkeep Ranger-Captain them this turn? And then... there's Dothy in play. Brought Back is not as good as I was hoping for. Rats. No, Brought Back's not as good as it looks. There's a Dothy. Still okay, but we're still okay. Because there's a chance they just don't have the removal. Not unlikely. Or not likely. We have the Ranger Captain, though, to block them. So they need to deal with multiple things. That's horrible. No, that's fine. We discard the brought back. And then if they sack Dothy to cast the brought back to discard my other card, we can Remorseful Cleric their graveyard. Sucks to lose the brought back, but I mean they have Dothy in play, so it doesn't really matter. So they have one potentially relevant card in hand. They also have enough damage to put me to 1 right now. I can chump block the Turak. So I will. Okay, opponent, you got 1 card. Show me what you got. I want to see what you got. And Dothy brought back into Dothy. I mean, they could. No, they wouldn't get the Kroxa. I had Remorseful Cleric in play. So no. And that was the thing that won me that game in the end there. So if they had cast my brought back, we just respond by exiling their graveyard. Which includes the Dothy and the Kroxa. So they just got coming and going on that one. So Remorseful Cleric cleans it up there. And they didn't... they could have popped the EE, though. They could have activated Dothy, then activated the EE, and then if I sack the Reclaimer, or the Remorseful Cleric, then they brought back in response, and if I don't, they brought back afterwards. So actually, I think they could have gotten me there, but they didn't, so I'll take it. Yeah, I think they could have gotten us there. But that was a mulligan again, so... And now we're finally on the draw. Opponent's also on 61 cards. Very classy competition going on here. Keep. Okay, so there is a worst possible scenario for this turn. Hopefully we dodge it. THraben Inspector was a great draw. What I'm hoping they do is they apply a bunch of creatures. Going straight to combat. This is just second Ragavan. That's perfect. Had one Ragavan, yes. But what about second Ragavans? Now we get to go Fury brought back. Assuming they have a second Ragavan. DRC. DRC and Ragavan? Please. What? You... What? Why did you attack with the Ragavan? Whatever. Okay. Take what you will. So what was the... Yeah, they could have tried to do what you are suggesting that they do, Phoenix. I would have blown them out with the Remorseful Cleric that was in play. So they sack the Dothy to play Brought Back with Crocs in their graveyard. And then before they're allowed to do that, I exile their whole graveyard. So they can play a Brought Back and target nothing. They took the Showdown. Yeah, that makes sense. I drew a second red card. So if you didn't do that, would Brought Back be exiled with Dothy again? Yeah. Yep. Yes, it would. Yeah, it puts them into play and then finishes resolving and would attempt to go back to my graveyard, but it couldn't do that because Dothy replaces that. Yep. I think I'm supposed to do nothing here. Or Cleansing Wildfire, their Blackleaf Cliffs. Or just wait and crack my clue. Because hitting the land drop here is so much better than not. Like, having it go Fury Brought Back just to kill a DRC is like, it's just not good enough. They only have 4 cards right now, so feeling pretty comfortable. I just want to see them play. God damn it. Stop it. Stop having Thoughtseize. God. Just Inquisition one time. Now we're going to lose the Fury or the red card again. We're going to lose the Fury 110%. Now I have nothing to do with this Brought Back. But we can draw into another Fury or Solitude and really blow them out. So that's the plan. This is, though, exactly what Mord kind of suggested of, like, this is Brought Back an Ephemerate, kind of putting them in a spot where they have to take both, or they just take neither and they take your payoff. But it's nice to have, like, obviously every Ephemerate deck has, like, 20 payoff cards for the Ephemerate, but you only have 4 Ephemerates, and Brought Back really can double up on certainly all the Evoke Elementals. The Pitch Elementals Brought Back is the nuts with Fury. Okay. Should play Elementals with 4x Brought Back? Yeah, probably. I'm not joking. That sounds sick. Holy jumpin'. Well, if it isn't the trophy leader. How you doing, Principe? Principe's right? Because it rhymes with XYZ. XYZ Principe. Well, that's brutal. We lose Guardian and Marsh Flats. Wait, what? No. What? I didn't have a land that I did. Yeah, that's the XYZ Principe. I assume that's his name because for the first time, long time, I thought it was Principe because he's Brazilian. Well, I am definitely not the trophy leader, and we play a lot of janky stuff here, but it's a good time. I've been following the trophy race between Principe and Spike. The most recent episode of This Week in Modern is available at the link there. So that's... If you don't know about the trophy race, you can find out everything you need to know in a really fairly quick fashion there. Yeah, you can also at Mana Symbol on Twitter about it. Okay, so we're getting beat to... Jeez. One time? 22 lands. Not enough, deck. Not enough. Ugh. Why? Why? Where's Fran? Fran, come save us. They have a K-Com? Brutal. Thanks for the follows. Brady Connor, Canal MTGO 4, Bruno Caleb, and the Bez 999. Okay. Did they shock me? No, what did they do? They picked up... No, they can't pick up anything relevant. No, they made me discard and they shocked me? Wild. Oh, because it made Turok a 5/4, of course. And we're just about dead. Man, this card is such a beating. We just need to draw a Fury, that's all it is. And we don't have a lot of ways to do that. We already exiled one. Fran was on the dive down. Yep. Yeah, I'm well, and like, he's not wrong, but Rhino's caps at 3-4 lands a lot of the time, so like they don't really need to play more. Oh, but Fury would remove the Turok, but then they can just replay it off the... Nah, we're just dead. All right, just can't find any lands. They just hit us with too much discard. That's awesome, Phoenix. I didn't know you like went into an office for what you do. I guess that makes sense. You're a computer jockey? Yeah, but in an office? Do I have a podcast? I do have a podcast. And we can get it there. Oh, and Principe took another trophy. Thanks for the follow there, Gray Fox 08. Hey, Chaos Theory. Hope you're doing just the best. My dude. We're going to see if we can get the 3-2. Squeeze the 3-2 out of this. Don't worry, my ego is as small as my head is physically. As my head is large. I missed a word. Big heads are overrated. You're in the queue with the same record? Ooh. Spicy, spicy. Yep. There it is. All right, I'll give you a second to close this up before you start. Good luck, buddy. See you in a bit. We got a reasonable opening hand. This is a miracle. So Davius Minimus is very well known for a whole bunch of creature toolbox 4 and 5 color decks. He's probably on, he mentioned it, that he was playing his Bring to Light version. Yeah, definitely Chaos Theory. Definitely big on the stuff. As soon as I became a professional musician, I kind of got dance music, and where previously I hadn't. So I guess I just clean up their board here. But it means that I lose out on... Maybe I can wait a turn? Yeah, these decks are... Monkey doesn't really belong in these decks. That's my feeling. Yeah, this is fine. And then even if they have removal, I get to Ephemerate the THraben Inspector. So... Oof. Do it, Davius. Bounce the Solitude. Oh, just pluses. Fair enough. Oh, right. I don't get this. I'm not allowed to choose yes? Fine. All right, what do you got, Davius? What do you have? Show me what you got. Sends back the Solitude. I guess we'll follow Zatu. Zatu? Zahatu? Good old Abundant Growth. Ren and 6. Ugh. The worst draw. So I could have pitched for Solitude and then... Yeah, but that's a whole bunch of... That just gets really nonsense. Probably gonna have Omnath here. Ooh, they fetch. Interesting. This hand is really tough. No, it's probably a little loud. I turned it up, but I... So if I attack, they go block bird, block, or just let the Brennan 6 get bonked. But that doesn't, what I'm concerned about is they're going to have Bring to Light next turn for Valky, and that's going to be really problematic. Yep. Alright, we're very, very, very blood mooned. Mike is quiet? It doesn't look like it is. It doesn't look like it's any more quiet. Although I'm not usually... I'm streaming at a different time than usual, so I'm not quite as fired up. Oh, man. That's... Yeah. Brutal. I played my stupid Magus because I was trying to play to the board more. All right. Come on. His Magus came down like a turn too early. And well. Yep. Okay, this works for me, finally. Oh, but there's a Teferi in play. It's gonna be really annoying, isn't it? Yeah. Yep. Alright, we're done. Yeah, we're done. I'm not coming back from that. Drannith Magistrate does stop a Bring to Light, but not much else, so just ignore it. I don't think I want Remorseful Cleric just for like red and 6. All right. Every freaking game, man. Every game starts with a one-lander. Unbelievable. Oh, I should have cut that Magus. Well, maybe not. Magus can actually be good in this matchup. We're going to get flattened with this hand, aren't we? Maybe not, because we've got the Rip Apart. All right. Opponent also mulled to 6, so if they have Birds of Paradise into medium plays, we'll be okay. Okay. Works with the rest of my hand. Mm-hmm. Skyclave in case of Teferi. Yeah. Just put Urian directly in their hand. Okay. Not my favorite, but okay. I think I'd rather cycle this than anything else. Mess with their mana. Yikes. I'd be worried about like accidentally fixing their mana there, but that's pretty unlikely in their 4 to 5 color deck. Their deck is like 3.4 colors. Oh boy. If they have Ephemerate, this can get ugly fast. Fetch, please? Ooh, okay, never mind. This is going to be just fine. So we Avalanche Riders now, and then next turn we go Fury plus. But that means if they have a way to have this Witness dodge removal, like Ephemerate, the obvious one, I really want to knock them down a land. Can wipe them here, though, and have a Fury in play. Seems pretty good. Yeah. All right. I could have pinged down my Recruiter and got it back. Right? I'm sure I could have. Yeah, I could have. Shoot. Damn it. That was a mistake. Yeah, I've never had the option to do that before, but that is something I'm sure Mord would have known. That we could have pinged our Recruiter there and then brought it back. Which is fine, but it's not... Alright, but live and learn. This is Brink Light for Valky, most likely. Which is going to be really tough. Yeah, really tough for us to come back from. Although Avalanche Riders just kills it, I think. If they minus on my Fury. And if they plus, we also just kill it. So we're probably okay here. They have 6 cards in hand. Yeah, okay. Which will be fine if they can't cast any of them, but... Go get him, boys. Clonk. The second BTL? No. Brutal. They had the land and the second BTL. And it's not even that hard for them to have had that either. Woof. Jelly bean. Okay. Okay, that's not too bad. So we just don't pay for that. Okay. Hey, Pi. Sorry I missed being on your stream yesterday. By the time I got there, it was I hit you with the big raid, but like you seemed kind of busy and you weren't mentioning anything about it to me, so I was like, oh, maybe he doesn't need me or whatever. So I didn't push the issue. No way. Oh, okay. Oh, right. They still had the... Fuck. That's so brutal. It never popped up, so I forgot they had that. Yeah. Oh, well. Alright. If I was going to draw anything that had a chance of pulling me out of this, it's this card. Although that's not a great set of cards for it to hit for me. Okay, let's just get this cast now. They have 6 cards in hand still. Good lord. Yep. All right, they play Skyclave too. Opponent was asking why my Ephemerate's not going to rebound, and it's because I didn't cast it from my hand, which is a very random piece of text on rebound, but it is definitely a part of that ability. Obviously, it makes it like it's clear that it's there for making it not loop on the rebounds, but I don't think that that needs to be. Oh my god, fucking Teferi. Yeah, I think I'll keep the recruiter. Thanks for the follow there, Roe Marked Liter. That is not an easy name. This is Santa Esmeralda with House of the Rising Sun. I hit a Solitude and a Fury, and I can't cast either of them. Fun. Oh, that's fine, Mort. That sounds like fun. Can knock down their mana a little bit. Okay. I can pitch this Solitude for this Solitude, but I can't do anything particularly good with it. Well, I can remove the Auric Champion, then I have a 4/4. Then they'll be forced to fairy bounce my Recruiter. I don't think it's worth it, though, for the Solitude and the Solitude. Maybe it is, because next turn I want to cast the Fury anyway. Although this illusion's... Well, I'm not that worried about my life total. This is probably fine. Mord, you should be ashamed of me. I missed a tutor earlier this game. I think it was this game. I could have Furied my Imperial Recruiter, and then because I was about to bring back the Fury, and I had extra damage, and I had an extra target on the brought back, so I should have. I just didn't think about it, and then like when I was halfway through doing it, I was halfway through doing it when I realized I was like, wait, I could definitely target my own stuff, and I mean, why didn't he block? Just doesn't care. Yeah, well, it was the perfect opportunity to do it. No, they don't have another bring to light, do they? They do. Oh no, it's Urian. Oh my god, forgot about that. Fuck, man, it's really hard to keep up with these decks when you don't have that. But I'll probably be able to kill the Teferi. I might be able to threaten lethal, actually. So we Felidar the Showdown. And then we might be able to just kill them this turn. So this is double trigger. The problem is my hand is all lands. I can Recruiter for a red card, though. Kill the Teferi. Then Ephemerate the Fury to kill the wall. I have 5 mana. We play Recruiter. We get a red card out of our deck. We pitch the red card to Fury. Fury kills the Teferi when we Ephemerate it. Could Ephemerate the Felidar Guardian to get another trigger here. But I think just forcing the block out of them this turn will probably be enough. Yeah. Yeah, you have to do that against Teferis a lot, Mornfin, but it's surprisingly easy to do. Oh, no. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I still have enough mana. I knew that I wanted to play that land, but I still have enough mana for what I need to do. I fucked up. God, I knew I was going to do that. As soon as I was about to click on it, I was like, wait, this isn't going to do. It's fine. It's going to be fine. It's probably not going to be fine. All right. Any red card. Get the Magus, because they're on all basics. I should start splitting up my counters. No, I can't do that yet. Yeah, we're going to force the Urian to jump. Yeah. The Ephemerate ones I can split. Probably should have put it on the Felidar, but the Felidar is a target that you often want to slide. So it's not actually a great target for. Davius says, "Get more value next time." Dead on board has value. Now they're gonna have BTL for bring to life for verdict. 10 out of 10. Yeah. They're gonna do the Deadly Vanity. Oh, they get to keep the illusion. That's so cool. Oh, Davius, you're so cool. Yeah. I told him about that card. I told him about that card. I take credit for that. He probably doesn't remember, but I definitely told him about that card. Yeah, get the Dragonmaster Outcast. If they don't have removal for it, it's going to be sick. Hey, Tron's a good deck. If you enjoy playing it, you should enjoy playing it. Like, Y Principe rated us earlier, and he's like, Tron Master. Am I supposed to Ranger-Captain them here? Probably. I guess I'm supposed to, yeah. And the only way I lose this game is if I don't. And, like, obviously you can do it in response to a Bring to Light, but there's plenty of things he's playing in his deck that I want to be able to dodge here. Oh, hilarious. Takes the Dragonmaster Outcast because, yeah, it kind of has to. It's a good draw. Not a great draw. Smash. Should have attacked with both. Fuck, I missed the... Well, if they BTL, we'll be okay. They can't hardcast Verdict. Prismatic Ending? Yep. Okay, still alive. Only got 8 damage here. All right. Uh-huh. We'll kick the client as we're sideboarding for the final game. So I actually popped up the task manager and I watched the memory usage on Magic Online creep upwards and upwards and upwards. It's actually really funny. Just messaged me the worst list you've ever seen. I don't know, this looks a lot like something I built. Did it max out at 3 gigs? I wasn't paying enough attention. But it's possible. Oh, Andy Awkward with the Prime sub. Listen, friend, I don't know what inspired you to do that, but thank you very much, friend. Anyone else has Prime subscriptions here? Save them up. Save them up for when we raid Mordekaiser later, and you can make him cry on stream. I love how emotional Mord is about his growth as a player, because, you know, it just means he cares so damn much. And he deserves all the respect and love that we have to give him. So, and if not gonna give them to Mord, then make sure you give them to someone. Well, this game is almost definitely just gonna be clock and suck, but that just means you're dealing with a professional. He might concede if it comes to time. I mean, he might, but like if we're not really in a game where it looks like that's a reasonable response, I wouldn't expect him to, nor would I want him to. So we're just going to jam here for value, I think, and get the double. So I just have to do this for the clock equity. Bolt the Bird extreme edit. Yeah, basically. That's a pretty good draw, huh? But do I want to play that into the potential BTL? No, I don't think that I do. Give me the nuts, Showdown. It's like all lands. Awful. Six or more. Eh. Pedal to the metal, baby. The problem I had with that Mord is if we get Wrathed, it blows me out even harder. Like, then I don't have the Kiki Felidar Guardian in hand as backup, and I'm getting close to enough mana to just kill him. Like, very close. Hit a few more land drops so we just steal the game. Of course, I wasn't expecting Omnath fetch land, so we're probably just doomed. If there's a BTL. This is getting Valky. Yeah, we're fucked. We're totally fucked. Their mid-range multicolor deck is better than our mid-range multicolor deck. Oh, the Chaos Theory. If you haven't seen the deck that I refer to as Nightmare Steel Cage, you are missing out. Alright, so... Fury? We did get a Fury. Sure. Damn. Yeah, this deck... Well, this deck would be better against these kind of decks if it was playing Orion, right? But... Thanks, Larynx. I always try to provide a new and varied experience for my viewers. Fuck. 6, 7. We're 1 land short. I had enough? No, I didn't have enough. Oh, I counted during my upkeep. Shit. It's fine. We'll probably get him next turn. Or not. Who knows? Thanks. Shit! Ah! No! Ah! I'm trying to, Andy. I've been trying for, well, since the pandemic started. Well, no, I haven't really been trying that long. I went to full-time, like, streaming hours, but there was no reason for me to do stuff in addition to streaming for a while. Well, I did lots of stuff in addition to streaming. I guess I could say, can I link the list? For this? Oh, you can get it in my decks. I really don't have time. Thanks, Andy. Or you can look up my YouTube and fuck! I need someone else to be doing this right now. This is the worst possible time. Yeah. Exclamation point YT gets you the YouTube. Crap, he left everything up. No. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What? I did not have enough to combo last turn, did I? Oh my god, I have to combo before combat. Ah! Oh my god. It's fine, I would have got God anyway. They chose not to flicker it? Wild. Yeah, but he had an out there. So I'm glad. No, I mean, I'm going to do it next turn more because I'm basically backed into a corner now and I've worked through as much of his resources as I possibly can. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he will. If he knows, if he doesn't have an out, he will concede. I'm sure of that. He's tapping some amount of mana. Yeah, Susurrus. Can you combo based on mana issues? Yeah, we have enough red. Yep. Damn it. Fuck, he had another one? Ah. Unless he's just spooking me. Yeah. Evolution. For Kiki. Alright. Well, this is his deck. Anyway, thank you for the incredibly kind words, Andy. I'm really sorry that it just happened all in the really worst possible timing on clock and stress for me. Man, I find these ETB slide decks just so brutal. Because, like, I'm trying to talk about good... yeah. But, like, I'm just, like, trying to talk through all this stuff, and I'm just not as smart as, you know, Spike and other people out here. Or, I guess, not as infinitely practiced. And I'm certainly nowhere near as disciplined. I'm very, very loose when I'm playing. I'm way too entertaining and not enough, like, bland and focused on the game. Marco Camiluzzi? I do lack discipline. Although it shouldn't be the Arnold voice. It should be a fairly offensive Asian stereotypical voice. Yeah, it was good games, Davis. You just had the nuts at the end of that last one. I tried to bait out as much stuff as I possibly could from you, and you just had way too much. Just way too many tricks. But I think your deck is just a lot better than in a mirror match than this deck is. Yeah, you were incredibly safe. I needed you to have less. You had just an insane number of things. This deck has been so freaking bad at drawing playable hands. When I find playable hands, it's okay. But, like, yeah, the Skald was really brutal. Fuck, man. What is this? There's so much blank cardboard in this deck, I swear to God. Oh. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was definitely a very wild back and forth. I just think your deck is way better suited for any mirror there. Like, when you Ryan me in game one, I was like, oh yeah, we're screwed. Like, his deck is just much bigger. Ours is more consistent and scrappier, but we're never going to win in an actual value grind. Unless we just, like, are absolutely sick rips with showdowns. Yeah, I went for that God with the Shotgun, but it did not work, unfortunately. Yeah, this deck is just, like, all the pitch stuff. Okay. And I think we have a pretty bad control matchup. There's no crumble, but there are riders, yeah. Unless, I don't know what crumbling is. Maybe crumbling is a card I don't know. Oh, Cleansing Wildfire. Yeah. Yep. God, we are so fucked. Opponent's deck is not at all focused on creatures. I might just scoop this one up. Yeah, let's go game 2 and see if our sideboard has anything for control. I'm just not interested in playing that game. Missed so many. We have nothing. We have nothing for this matchup. We just have to be super disciplined and have a good draw. Oh. Yeah, thanks, Dave. Take care. Man, yeah, I guess I'll go down one Solitude, but like, that's not really doing much, right? Also, how you doing, Freak? I hope you are having a good one. Yeah. I just like, yeah, Skyclave is fine. That's why I didn't cut it. I was just stacking up like our tutor targets. Like again, this 7 is garbage. This 6 is like horrifying unless it's insane. This is the only mulligan that makes sense to me. This is maybe the best possible hand. Let's draw Flagstones so that maybe I can actually believe that. Oh my god, they're just not gonna fucking fetch. God damn it. I forgot that that's something that could happen. Oh. Alright. We're gonna thin the hell out of my deck. I'm gonna look like a frickin' moron. Oh, very nice, Freak. My sleep has sucked for the last couple weeks. It's been quite... Oh, that's probably fine. Oh. Well, better late than never, little Flagstones. It's actually... Chalice is actually kind of annoying. Blocks my Ephemerates. Hopefully they jam Time Raveler here. We get to Fury it for 4, which is not enough to kill it, but nope. Yeah. It was real nice of the deck to give us a Flagstones. They have to have exactly counterspell, but like, I mean, I might as well jam it into the counterspell. Just get it out of the way. Really? So Prismatic Ending X2? Maybe Shark Typhoon X2? Deck looks too fair. Showdown hasn't felt particularly fair when we've played it a couple times. It's completely insane. The problem is just the early game is super shaky. Like, I cannot emphasize how awful the early game of this deck is. It's like two very fringe, very loose synergy combos that don't come together most of the time, which is Cleansing Wildfire with Flagstones, so you have 4 and 4, and then brought back with fetch lands. There's only 8 fetch lands. Oh my god. Oh, no, but, freak. There is room for improvement here. There's room for improvement here. Either by going to 80 cards, which I know you wouldn't like, or Seal of Fire will be a really good addition to this deck. They took the Shark Typhoons. Yeah, it's definitely a needed addition. And I think Ragavan in the sideboard for control matchups. Not that it's necessarily... Yeah, the Wildfire has been awful. And then you don't have to play Flagstones in your mana base. You still could. If they don't have the counter, maybe we can do something here. Solitude is just such a bad threat. I didn't feel like playing it. Oh, it resolved. Holy crap. What, you're trying to draw 2 Flagstones? Yeah, but then Flagstones is bad with Magus. Not that you're gonna have Magus every game, but you're definitely, it's definitely good. This deck could also use more lands, and Valakut Awakening probably shouldn't be a Valakut Awakening. So we don't have Flagstones in play. I can use that. Oh, I know, Freak. I love 80 card decks. I love them. Love them to bits. But I get why people don't, and I understand why you don't want to play them. I think this deck is the right kind of deck for Urian. I've played a lot of Urian decks, and I think there are good ones and bad ones. There's two tick boxes that you want with Urian, and this one has both. So now I have too many Ephemerates in exile. Oh, but that's okay, because that doesn't matter. Is there any way for me to tell which one got exiled when, though? Ah, here. End of this turn. Cool. Thank you. Wow, Moto with the good interface for once. I am shocked. Absolutely shocked. Right. Yeah, Urian flickers everything in this deck, right? They're trying to draw into Wrath or a second white source. I don't know if I want to play main deck Urian, but I want to play more recruiters. I want to play more mana. I want to play a couple more toolbox creatures. Diluting the density of showdowns is not my favorite, but this is going to be Tuck, right? Yeah, good. So that's at least good for us. So I can pitch for Solitude, then bring it back. But then I'm losing a brought back for Showdown next turn. I do have haste creatures in my deck, so let's gamble, shall we? Any gamblers in chat? I bet there are. Yeah. Yeah, haste or fury, exactly. Well, we're going to hit the Magus again too, right? As long as I don't fetch. And fetching is not really worth it here, so... There's another showdown here. Valakut Awakening, I guess, is finally good here. Brought back is a weird card. Well, it's clearly templated to prevent you from like putting in blockers with it, which would be really crazy. But the fact that it actually says permanent is kind of funny. So let's draw 5. Well, that ain't a bad draw, is it? Nope. Not bad. Not bad at all. I can't kill them. I think controlling their mana is probably a good idea. Just a little bit. End of this turn? Damn it. 1 mana short. Rider, the plains, kill Tef, then play Moon. Well, I could play it. Yeah, play the Moon next turn, right? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. But we'll see if they have Solitude here for the Riders to block for Teferi. Should be annoying. We lose this Ephemerate now, which kind of sucks. Yeah, I mean, I have... Yeah, I have... No, they're just done. Got them. And that's how you beat control right there. You just crush them. Get out your friend the Crushinator. But, Pa, I love destroying lands. Yeah, I agree, Freak. We need to make sure that we're staying alive against the grindy decks. We lost to 2 Black-Red Lurrus decks in this league. And this deck should not be losing that matchup. And No, we won one time, but we lost the other time. And it didn't feel great. Like, that's the upsetting thing about this deck so far. Yeah, we just got to draw hot. I mean, that's kind of what we did last game, right? Last game was the Multi-6 triple Cleansing Wildfire god-awful hand, and we won that, so... Oh, I should have put in the THraben Inspector. I'm a moron. That's quality. Nobody knows I'm a dog. What the hell? Sometimes Magic Online. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, THraben Inspector would have been really useful by now. That's a good draw, though. I don't know what else is on that album, but I do enjoy this song, Freak. So, rock your body. Teferi Raveling my fun is not my favorite, though. Alright, enjoy, Speeve, whatever yo up to. They are on 3 cards in hand. Like, I do feel like I'm doing pretty good on resources here. The problem is I can't apply like any reasonable pressure. But like playing Resto this turn is not bad. And then like if that what they have is like removal for the THraben, which is, it's not. It's gonna just be a counterspell. Oh, this is just a playlist I made a long time ago, freak. It is literally 100% bangers. Exile-based removal is not what I wanted to see there, but okay. Bounce it, yeah. Sanctifier en-Vec. Word. You got it, opponent. Red creatures better call up the Sanctifier. Bring out the old Sanctifier, I tell you what. And it is by the glory of the circles of protection that I stand before you today. Can I get an amen? Can I get a pro-red? Pro-red. Thank you. Snappy. Rude. God, that's so brutal. God, I'm so sick of this fucking Teferi. I'm not even playing a particularly flash-oriented deck, and it's just so brutal. Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do, Mord. It's just so fucking brutal. Knockdown, drag-out match here. All about this stupid Teferi that I'm not even supposed to care about. But it keeps letting them do stuff like Prismatic Ending at instant speed, or it's just blocking my ability to interact in combat. That's very beatable. Says increasingly nervous man. Yeah, we haven't touched a Skald yet, so we can dig out of this very quickly. I don't respect the opponent for hardcasting the Shark Typhoon. We don't know if it's a good play yet or not. Might be awful. It may just lose them the game on the spot. We'll see. Like, guaranteed Shark token is almost always better, plus the cantrip, plus not tapping down. And what's Ranger-Captain getting? Dragonmaster Outcast. Well, it would have. Rats. What's it getting? It's getting countered. Hardcast Shark Typhoon Gamer. Yeah. Attack. Okay. Opponent not a coward. I'm assuming they're setting up... Jeez. I'm assuming they want a Vantress here. Blocking is disabled. Yeah, they just don't even consider it. You sure can, Chaos Theory. Yeah, they're just Vantressing. I don't know what they're digging for, but they went bottom. I'm guessing Teferi 5 is what they want. Yeah, Fact or Fiction. Yeah, for sure. Teferi 5 would be very bad for us. So would Fact or Fiction. Forcification? Yeah, also bad. Skalds. Okay. Kaya said it best. Opponent is a bag of extra bold Doritos. Yeah, Panglacial Worm's only 7 cost. But is it a 9... 9-6? 7-6? 7-4? It's got a really weird size. At least that's what the ex-wife always said. Tempted by the Aurich. For each opponent, gain control of up to 1 target creature or planeswalker that player controls with mana value 3 or less. Okay. Well, we won't... We can't attack if I Ephemerate. Oh, I should have... No. Wait. Oh, no, it is target. Wait, what? Oh, no. Okay, sorry. For some reason, I thought this didn't target because it's up... Yeah, that's on me. I'm just an idiot. I mean, it doesn't... It wouldn't really do that much for us to flicker there, though, right? Oh, no. I would have killed this and then flickered on the upkeep. No, What? I can't get it back. I screwed up. No, we would have gotten it in the upkeep. I screwed up. I did screw up. I should have flickered it. I wasn't thinking. For some reason, I was thinking that this was like a reflexive thing where it like you only choose after. And I just read the card. I should have stopped. I just assumed that I couldn't beat it when I didn't need to. It's fine. We'll just see what happens. Fuck, man. Come on. What is this? Okay. Yep. So we first strike the small shark. Yeah, perfect. I mean, it's not that good. Like, it's neat, but it doesn't really get me anywhere. Yeah, I gotcha, I gotcha. Yep. All right, turns out the Shark Typhoon is good enough. It shouldn't have been. I should have hit the Ephemerate where we all knew that I should have hit it, and I didn't, and now we're in a really bad spot. We're also, I mean, magnificently flooding, considering how many lands I had in play before. That's okay. The fuck happened? What? Oh, there was a verdict. Oh my god, what? Seriously? That's unreal. Alright, Mort, are we getting close to the time for your stream? I know I queued up a second deck, but I think this is about when you said you wanted to start. Do you have any fetchables left? I'm about to find out. I'm not checking. I don't care. I'll take an extra point. They have one card in hand. Oop. I did not mean to tap that. Very, very low Chaos Theory. I mean, it is what it is. Brew a Kroll the Forge Master deck for laughs. What the fuck? Oh, it is Cole. That was Kroll. That would be really complicated, right? So you want something that free equips so you can move it around. So you can sacrifice the creatures back, bounce them back to your hand, and then recast them. Theoretically for free. It doesn't have to be for fuck. Alright. I'm off it. So that was rough. We did go to 3 games in every single match, and I do acknowledge that we had some awful draws and constant brutal mulligans. Yeah, there's lots of things you can free equip. I'm just saying that's what you need, right? That's what you're looking for. So, like, Lightning Greaves, Mem Knight, Goblin Bombardment, and Cole is a kill. Yeah. Chico, Ornithopter, Cole, Goblin Bombardment. Yeah. And you play Grinding Station for redundancy, too. Yeah. I mean, there we go. We kind of built it. Or we built a version of it. I wonder if that would work well with the Mirror... what is it called? Mirror Retriever, Heartless Summoning deck. Then you just need stuff dying. You don't need to be sacrificing stuff. We'll see. I'll think about it. Anyway, this was really cute and really neat. Dragonmaster Outcast didn't create a single dragon for me, so that was upsetting. I would really like the Avalanche Riders in the main deck. I really don't think Restoration Angel is particularly worthwhile in this deck. A second Felidar Guardian almost always would have just been better. The Ranger Captains I thought were kind of disappointing, just generally. I mean, they were fine. The biggest problem I have with this deck is Cleansing Wildfire and Flagstones of Trokair. So let's just imagine that I cut these and I go up and I cut these. And then let's go up to 20 and the Valakut Awakening I didn't particularly care for. It was good once, but I want more fetch lands. Arid Mesa, Marsh Flats. Let's get, I don't know, Windswept. Actually, we'll just do, there you go. So 23 lands. Maybe that's a little high. And then we want Seal of Fire. So the reason you want Seal of Fire is that in the early game, you can go Seal of Fire brought back with the fetch land, and you end up in a really good spot. It's also a red card to exile the Fury. And then I'm certainly happier about where this is. I would like the Avalanche Riders in the main. Because, yeah, it's just generally good. The Seal of Fire brought back on turn 2 sets you up for Avalanche Riders on 3. And I really like Avalanche Riders with both brought back and Ephemerate. It's just generally like a good call in the meta right now. Showdown was pretty impressive, though. I really was blown away by this card. No, Inspector is not bad. Ranger-Captain is pretty bad, but Inspector's not bad. Yeah, I think less Ranger, more Recruiter is definitely where I'd prefer to be. And then you can expand on your Imperial Recruiter hits. We're still at 61 cards. I mean, we can easily just cut one of the Felidars. This is a lot more attractive to me. The Chalice is in the sideboard, never came in, but we never hit a Cascade matchup. The Rip Apart seemed really medium. Lavinia was fine-ish. Was Tron the one match we won? It was, wasn't it? I think it was. The Sanctifiers in the sideboard are good. I wouldn't mind having a Sanctifier or a Kor Firewalker in the main deck if you found room for it. Dragonmaster Outcast is a lot less relevant now that we don't have the Recruiter. Yeah, Lavinia was fine. I think I would want Kor Firewalker because it's not a non-bow with Furies and Seal of Fires and the Sanctifier. And this seems a lot more reasonable very quickly to me. Just Seal of Fire. And a little bit of reach is also relevant too. Seal of Fire with brought back is 4 damage, which is way more than it seems like it's going to be. I think this looks like something Mord would actually try too. Flame Blitz for control decks. Yeah. Flame Blitz for a control deck sideboard would be pretty okay. And if you draw it where you don't need it, you can cycle it. That's definitely a possible card to play there. It actually felt like our control matchup was pretty okay. But Solitude, like, we just need more. We need sideboard respect for it. But blue-white was not really as much of a deck when this deck 5-0'd, I think. Yeah, this is looking a lot better. So, anyway, if you are in the future and watching this on the YouTube, make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, check out any of the other videos, and let me know what you think about this deck list, what you think about the tweaks, and if you want to see that deck played out, you can probably make that happen just by letting me know. and I will see you there.